Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of the Banner Saga 2 here on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel with me, your host, Max. So, we are back at the old fort, and we're gonna see what can be done here with the use of the ravens trying to help out the volunteers. I unfortunately have only 5 points of renown, so I cannot really hope to acquire like a large quantity of either the items or supplies. So let's go take a look at what can be done around the houses and volunteers. I want to take a look before we head there to see if we have any major injuries. Doesn't look like it, so let's go take a look at the volunteers. The fighters, men and women from Akur and a few other northern towns watch you as you approach. Show me your shield wall, you bark. Only a few of them move and raise their shields to charge them, sending terrified humans running or skidding across the ground. Scared of Fane, undisciplined, you shout. Either way, you'll be dead in the first assault shield wall. This time, everyone runs to lock shields and brace with their shoulders. You still break through, but it's a better effort. Volka and a few other ravens join you to correct stances and swings, but it's the arrival of clansmen from Bindal that surprises you. You never had to get us this far, but you did, a man says. Time for us to pitch in. Hopefully we won't muck everything up. So we just lost 100 clansmen, but got some fighters in it instead. You show the new volunteers how to reinforce a shield wall. After an hour, you tell everyone to rest and get ready for the real fighting. In private, Volka asks, think it'll make a difference? They're making a stand, so it's already has. They might take a few hits intended for us, so maybe let's go with the second option. Good enough, I guess, she says. I'm not sure 500 Varl would make much of a difference against all these dredge. You nod but say nothing. Okay, let's go talk with her. The shield maiden tightens straps on her armor while glaring at you with red-rimmed eyes. Bulwark, if you've got something to say, say it. We'll be dead before long. Volka, we don't have to be. We could leave right now. Bulwark, whoever's after us would roll through here without slowing. We'd be caught in the open. Volka, then we can leave that damn cart here. Let the dredge have it. Bulwark, I have an oath to... Volka, an oath isn't worth all our Fane lives. That's exactly what an oath is worth. Start acting like a raven. Let's go with the first option. In the following silence, you see Volka's eye brim with tears. I don't want to die, not yet, and I don't want to die, and I don't want you to die either. Talk like this is forbidden in the company, but you turn your head, giving her a moment to collect herself. Volka, what would you do if the person you'd followed for years was no longer the same? I'd kill them and take over. You want to try? I'm trying to figure out what's happening to me. I don't have time to figure out what you're talking about. Let's go with the second option. Volka, you said yourself you'll be dead soon. What have you come up with? Bulwark, there's a voice in my head, growing louder. I've been finding to keep it quiet. Bellower's voice, probably. Volka, but Bellower's dead. His body... Bulwark, he's asleep. I think the arrow keeps him that way. Volka nods. The conclusion doesn't seem too far-fetched for her. These dreams are things he's seen. The Volka did something to betray him. Volka, they were working with the Sunder? Bulwark, I think so, but this has more to do with Avent and Juno. They did something bad. I don't even think Zephyr knows what they did. The two of you look over at Zephyr. The Volka stares into a fire lost in thought. So what does all this mean, says Volka. Nothing if we die here. It means don't trust Volka. I don't know. Let's go with the first option, probably it's gonna be the best. No, if we die here. I thought you were already claiming defeat. Gods, you're annoying, says Bulwark. If we die here, I'll think you'll miss me, says Volka. You begin to growl at her when a scout's horn signals all fighters to the bridge. I'm waiting for the sound of the horn, because sometimes what used to happen throughout the series is that I start talking and then they sound the damn horn. Okay, Bulwark, if we make it through this, someone in Manahar is going to answer to me. You storm off to the fighting, building your range with each step. The immensity of the dredge force standing just across the bridge is both terrifying and wondrous. Their droning sounds shake the ground and you wonder if the old fort can withstand it. Fear is strong in the air. You faintly hear some humans running away, but your ravens stand firm against the impossible odds. You grant yourself a moment of pride for that. Suddenly, the tall wall of dredge warriors begin to move. Okay, I did not see that coming. Somehow they have reincarnated the fallen magician student of Zephyr. So yeah, that's weird and bad. Probably really bad. I'm thinking what's gonna be the best option here, because we do not have that many ranged attackers. So I'm thinking maybe take some Varl just in case, because they can withstand lots of punishment in comparison to their human counterparts. I do not have anyone at level 7 to equip the green Ecker, which would give us 2 range distance and 2 break talents. So that's unfortunate. The pipe plant will increase our will and rest. And +1 armor resistance and +1 will point. So theoretically, I can give that to our Bulwark, but he has +2 break and +1 movement and +1 armor at resting. So I'm not really sure I'm gonna be screwing around with that too much. What does Krummer have? A Let's Bracelet, which is a tier 1 item. That's awesome. And I mean, it's increasing his stats. But theoretically, if I would be able to give the pipe to Bulwark, then I can give the Hunfang to Krummer, and then maybe I can give something to Fussalt. I don't have that many trinkets to work with here, so that's unfortunate. But I'm gonna probably keep it as is. We have 1 ranged attacker. We have all of our Varl deployed, so let's see if this will not be a mistake. Is that Nichols? But he's dead. Don't be fooled, that isn't Nichols. Something I did not manage to read. Okay, can we change around? Somehow our forces. The bridge is not wide enough for me to deploy everyone at the same place or create a line. They have 3 ranged attackers. The smaller dredge are not that worrying. I do wonder what the mage will be able to do, and this big boy will be also a big problem. eventually. I really don't want to be utilizing my will points, so let's try to move to a certain position and see what can be done. And let's go with a champion. So we build up the defense in case they're gonna get a jump on us and be able to move into attack. Really hoping he is not able to close that distance. If I move you here, are you able to open fire? Good. Keep reducing that strength. Unfortunately, the third shot got deflected. The ranged attackers are not yet able to close in the distance. What does freaking Malice do? Affects enemy will attack this hero next turn. We're gonna end the turn, see what's up. It's gonna take him a while to... Damn it! If I would have not moved you in, you were able to deal some damage to the big dredge. Let's rest up, build up that willpower. Ranged attackers are gonna be able to start opening fire, so I'm gonna need to be careful on how I do this. Let's go one more time, maybe try to increase the defense even a bit more. I'll keep moving the Vorl forward. Can you theoretically... No. Okay, so let's open up on the big guy. Fortunately, he did manage to dodge fairly early. That is gonna be problematic. Where did those explosive stones land? Theoretically, I can move Krumer here and deal some stupid amount of damage here, killing off the first enemy. Okay, I'm gonna need to move her away. Okay, so big mistake, he moved in. I'm gonna actually move Fasalt over here. And I'm gonna open up on this dude. Let's reduce that strength of his to reduce the damage he can deal. Varls have lots of armor, so fingers crossed we're gonna be able to do some serious damage. I really need to move her away from the explosive rocks. Unfortunately, Bulwark will take the damage from the explosion because he's just too damn close. And I just don't see any way around it as of yet. What if I were to move you here? We can kill the big guy. Unfortunately, Krumer will have his turn, so he needs to move over here. Try to attack the mage. Damn! What the heck is that? What the heck is that? That is massive! Okay, that is some scary stuff. You really don't want to have a massive dredge appear out of freaking nowhere. Let's go and deal some damage here. Almost killing the dredge. Fortunately, the shatter explosives are not gonna harm us there, but we're gonna have to move our Varl out of harm's way. Let's get another point to the horn. I really don't want to move in here and attack this guy, so let's rest up. We need to create some distance in between all of those damn explosives. Let's put some will points over here and try to attack the dredge that is further away. Unfortunately, he deflected the first shot. First stones have exploded. They have reanimated a corpse, so let's get rid of it. Damn it, how the heck did he get all the way over here? Almost killing Bulwark with... Yeah, he did kill Bulwark. That's not cool. That is just not cool. We're gonna need to move Fasalt even further away from the explosive stones. So since we have the possibility, let's go ahead and start dealing some damage here. So mostly the dredge has been affected by the explosion. I really don't want to move over here. We're gonna move here for attack. Reduce the armor even more. Try to deal as much damage to the big guy. We have 2 Varl down. Not the best. Let's even out the playing field. Yeah, that was pretty damn bad. Really need to start taking down his strength because he can be dealing some serious punishment. And with Krumer this far away, our best chance is to utilize the other Varl whose name I cannot recall at this time. I'm gonna need to move him away because there are more explosives deployed. So you know what, let's move you over here. Let's take out another one. Ah, damn it, he's gonna reincarnate someone. That's not good. Why does he have so many moves suddenly? What the heck is that? Come on, keep it fair. Let's reduce the armor on the ranged dredge. Looks like she is down. We have 1 human and 2 Varl who can still deal some damage here. Gonna have to move him closer. But with this weird fire, I'm not really sure if that is taking away the strength or what the heck is going on. So let's try to take out the possessed Varl. Please don't attack Krumer, because that is the only person who can deal damage. Okay, armor has been reduced. I can live with that. Can you utilize your ability and... Nice. Damn it! Deflection. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Kill this big boy. Yeah, this is bad. Aelus falls to the ground. Suddenly, the chaotic sounds of battle. What? Quieten? What the hell is this? Who wrote this script? What is this word? Someone translate this for me. And the surrounding dredge lower their weapons in shock. A group of dredge guards break through the crowd and begin lifting Eyeless's body. Then you see her arm move. The Sunder is still alive. There's a chance to finish Eyeless if you and few others are willing to risk charging the dredge. There's no telling what will happen if she's allowed to recover, but you feel a pang of sadness at the thought of killing her. Ooh, damn it. But this can be really tricky because most of my party is already damaged, and I'm not really sure against what forces I will be going. And if I will be also dealing with her. So I'm actually thinking about the tactical retreat. So let's go with the tactical retreat. While Ailes is carried back into her ranks, your wounded are dragged back towards the town. Man, that's a lot of dredge. So Bolvar got injured. Fasalt got injured. Folka is injured. Man, we have too many injured party members. But at least we have decent points of renown for the victory, so I can get some supplies or something. Fatigue slows your muscles as you take the reins of the yaks, pulling Bellower's cart. Thousands of eyes watch you. The scared faces of so many dredge left on the battlefield pull at you. Your mind fills with images of Awen on the Tower of Dredge, twisting, warping in darkness, shaking, slobbering, roaring. You fight to regain control of your mind. The dredge begin moving south along the river, not as an army, but as people fleeing danger. Many of them start crossing the old ford bridge. Bulwark, Folka shouts. Take the cart. Get to Manar. We'll hold them here as long as we can. The Shield Maiden's voice clears your head for a moment. You see her turning proudly, commanding ravens into formation and Gundmar to lead the clansmen to Arberrang. She looks back at you, holding your gaze. We'll be right behind you. Go. Then she joins the shield wall, lending strength to those around her. Bulwark, Valka Zephyr says, pulling your attention from the Raven banner near the bridge. We must leave now. The Valka, their mending caused this, all of it. You rub at a pain in your chest. Zephyr flinches at the look in your eyes, but you forget her and begin marching towards Manar, toward vengeance. And apparently chapter 14 starts off again with Rook's party. We have 0 provisions, really poor morale, and yeah, we have 7 points of renown. Seems like everyone's headed for the capital these days. The small village baker says, I figured it's just as well to stay put. We've got enough around here to survive even with the king cutting off trade. You're testing your bowstring and only half listening to the man when Hakon walks up. The baker, unaccustomed to whirl, falls quiet and backs up. The capital's only few days away now. Rook, I know, I'd like to believe we'll make it without any more problems, but Hakon, that hasn't been our luck. No sense thinking things will change now. You laugh a little, but notice the distant look in Hakon's eyes as he looks towards the Varl tents. I wonder what the old kings like Thorster and Skimmer would do in my place. They probably wouldn't talk to a human. They would have kept their people alive, same as you. Let's go with the second option. I just lost half of my people in the old wood. Rook, it's like Ivor told me, you can't prepare for a giant serpent attacking. Not even ancient kings could do that. Just keep them alive no matter what happens in Arberrang. Protect your people. Hakon looks at you, the confusion leaving his face. Hakon, let's get what we need and get going. Maybe it'll be easy as you make it sound. You give the Varl an encouraging smile. It's the best you can do. Now, I do not want to deport the village without getting provisions, but with 7 points of renown, I can get 3 days worth of supplies, which I have to get. The problem is we have a weak morale, so I'm gonna also have to rest up. But before we rest up, let us talk to Nid. Nid's boys are just finishing eating and starting to play when you approach her. Are they getting plenty to eat? I think so. They still have enough energy to get into trouble, says Nid. Rook, it's for the best, hopefully. They can stay children and as long as possible. Ned. I hope so too. Without allowing you to refuse, she puts a spoon and a bowl with cooked eggs in your hands. You have to try these. It's a family recipe. You take a bite, they're good, but you don't taste anything special. Ned, what do you think? They just taste like eggs. Really good, Ned. I think your family is onto something here. I've never really liked eggs. Let's go with the first option. Her eyes look down with embarrassment. Oh, I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. The archer starts smiling. They really are just eggs. My mother used the family recipe story on each of us kids at one time or another when we wouldn't eat. She tried to guilt you into eating? She tried anything and everything to raise us, feed us, keep us from getting into too much trouble. Now with my boys, I understand why. I'm sure you had a bit of that with Alette, but even more so now with this caravan. I doubt there's anything you wouldn't try to keep everyone alive. You think back on all the choices you've made. Just know that we understand and appreciate it, eventually. Thank you, Ned. Okay, so we're gonna rest up for a day to get us to the normal morale, and we are gonna depart. The carts just start moving away from the village when you hear a girl shout, "Papa?" You turn to see where she is looking and gasp. From the east over ground you recently crossed comes a large number of missing clansmen, fighters, and Varl. "Is that Ruga?" someone asks. At the front of the group is the former governor of Borgsgard. Husbands run out to their wives and children scream in excitement for the parents they believe to be dead. You make your way up to greet the group as well, but Ruga holds up his hand as you near. It's as hard as ever to read the governor's face, and Dogger naturally says nothing. Ruga, I hope you didn't get all cleaned up for me, Rook. Ruga, wasn't it too much for you to just die when the serpent struck? Rook, you seem to be hard to kill as well. Ruga, remember that. His tone is not exactly threatening, but not warm either. You decide what to say next. Thank you for collecting the rest of our clan. What happened to you after the serpent attacked? Do you need to rest before we move on? Either the second or the third option seems reasonable. The first one, who cares? Well, let's see if we can go with the last two options somehow. So what happened to you after the serpent attacked? I might ask you the same. Dagger and I tried to save a few families before running. You glance at the silent guard, but he neither confirms nor denies the story. The old wood was like a maze, but we finally escaped, picking up others along the way. We waited for you until we were darn near our food. What? I started pushing everyone hard, only sending a couple of men to Talir for supplies. Rook, the same with us, but our scouts never returned. Ruga scratches the scar around his neck. That's odd. Neither did ours, but here we are. Most of us still alive. You decide what to say next. Thank you for collecting rest of our clan. Do you need to rest up before we move on? I'm going to speak to some of the others. Let's go with the second option. Do they need to rest up? That's up to the clansmen and fighters. I'm only a servant of the people. His tone is strange, like he's been rehearsing the statement along with unwavering grin. Rook, I'm sure you could all use a bite at least. If not a few hours to close your eyes. If that's what they want. You glance at Dogger and get nothing but his stony gaze in return. Okay, thank you for collecting our clan. Is that really what we are? One clan? Believe it or not, that's exactly what we are, says Rook. Ruga, I suppose we'll see. We won't be the only one seeking shelter in Arberrang. Families have long memories. Hatred can span generations. Don't be surprised if petty arguments and bad blood rule the day. Okay, let's go talk to someone else. Before you do, Dogger shifts slightly. You are shocked by how such small change puts you on guard. Relax, Rook. I wanted to offer a treaty of sorts between us, says Ruga. As much as I hate to admit it, you've done a decent job with these people. You stare at him, waiting for the insult. He laughs. I might not have agreed with all your decisions on the river, or in the Lundar, or in the Old Wood, but you did all right. Look, I know I'm an ass, I know we weren't thrilled to see me arriving, but I'm pleased you're here. Now get us to the capital. We're so close. You're as silent as Dagger. Ruga, let's not make this uncomfortable. He and his guard head towards the village for food and sleep before you head out. And that is an actual achievement. We got 80 fighters, 30 Varl, Alliance of Convenience, 133 fighter. God damn it, stop listing these things so fast. And of course, we depleted 9 points of supplies, so once again, we have nothing. The water is nearby streams is gradually turning a bright green in places. It looks like the gore from the serpent's wounds. Dead fish are spotted in the dozens, floating by in the faster moving sections. Some clansmen have fallen ill, others are feeling the effect of only drinking mead. When a few Vorals spot a section of clear water, the entire caravan gets excited, but the giants hold them back and tell everyone to listen. A faint tune is drifting across the water. No, from the water. Worried whispers ask, what's it mean? Or is it safe? Or I don't care, I'm thirsty. Let the caravan drink their fill. Step forward and drink it first. Fill a few barrels, we'll boil it first. Get away from it, we'll have water in. You know what, let's fill few barrels and we'll boil it first. People complain at having to wait, but the Vorals support your caution. Fires are started and water is boiled. The result is quite a few barrels of clean fresh water that satisfies most everyone's thirst, but not enough to bring cheer. No one seems to know when the tune from the water stopped playing. Unfortunately, we have terrible morale, and theoretically I can also lose. We were able to forage for 2 days worth of supplies, but that will not do too much with the horrible morale. The surrounding woods look promising for game, and you could use a bit of solitude. Soon deer tracks guide you, but in a clearing the beast is already fallen. Scanning the woods, you hear and see nothing. As you approach the deer, you can tell the kill was recent. A black stone, half the size of your fist, placed beside the animal. You pick it up, knowing it to be a dredge weapon. A rustle in the underbrush nearby reveals 2 hurlers who immediately create deep noises. They are communicated, then one lashes out and attacks you. Oh, come on. Really? Do we really have to do this? Oh, okay. Fortunately, Rook is able to do long-range attacks. We have multiple abilities to work with, so let's see what will happen here. I'm not really sure if they can close in the range enough for them to attack. I certainly would love to be the first one to start firing. If I will move over here, then I'm quite sure I will be able to fire first. So let's try to get rid of 6 points of strength for the first one, making it almost ineffective in attacking me. He's gonna go with the explosive stones. I'm just gonna close the distance and do the axe swing, which is gonna leave the engagement to 1 versus 1. Okay. Wow, how did these stones explode before these stones, since those were deployed before? That is interesting. Despite poor morale, which is giving me -2 for willpower, I should be able to win this. So So thankfully Rook is able to do both ranged and close quarters combat. 4 points of renown, maybe some food from the deer. As the dredge fall, others from your clan arrive. Not bad, a woman says, booting one of the dredge bodies. A child runs up and does the same. That's enough, leave them alone. Let's see if there are any more of these slacks to kill. Say nothing and return to the carts. Let's go with the first option. That's enough, leave them alone. They've killed enough of ours, haven't they? The woman asked. Do you think they feel bad about it? A few clansmen cheered their agreement. I don't know what they feel, you say, but they weren't looking for a fight. They were hunting, same as me. The clansmen seem unsure of what to make of your words. Take the deer you command. Let's get moving. They all agree with that statement. Okay, +5 supplies. I'm not really sure if this is gonna trigger an event. It seems like there might be something, but who knows. Strumming from Aleo, the song from a large number of your clansmen surprises you. Ovarl stands in the center of them, blushing. It's Kari's 200th year. Ovarl beside you shouts. The rest of the caravan is slowing to check out the commotion. Break out the meat and celebrate. Make a toast to the Ovarl. Congratulations, Kari, but we should keep moving. Your sobering reminder kills the mood and some give you sour looks. No time for a smile, someone says. I hope Arberrang's better than this. Others concur, but everyone's moving. Or keeps moving. Oh damn, this water is super green. That's disgusting. How is that even possible? I mean, the serpent has died a long time ago or been hurt. The caravan slows at the sight of the field gate bridge. In front of it is a large army of horseborn in formation, weapons drawn. Skatash, are these your people, your clan or herd? Skatash shakes his head, but he does not speak. His eyes scour the new herd. Hakon calls for shield wall as a precaution. Just as shields lock, a single javelin flies from a center of the horseborn army. Everyone watches an arc through the air and stab the ground only yards from you. The ground rumbles as the horseborn charge. Oh, come on, don't make me fight the horseborn. I hate fighting the horseborn because deploying the Varl is not the best solution, so we're gonna have to probably deploy ranged units and also some of the horseborn too. Oh, this is gonna be fun. And by fun I mean annoying. So let's see if we can deal with the horseborn. Don't like fighting with the horseborn. If you were able to see the previous episodes, you will be able to see me getting my ass whooped by horseborn on a frequent base, and I'm unable to redistribute any of my units. Are you serious? Why? Come on. This is gonna be fun. By fun I mean annoying. If I move Rook over here, he can attack, but so can they. So this is actually a really risky situation which I'm doing here. And without or with the poor morale, that's even worse. You learn we are strong. Wait, so you can speak whatever it is that these people are speaking and yet you want to attack? Oh, God damn it. Why is everyone so freaking far away? Is that due to the poor morale? Of course, he's gonna attack and then he's gonna move away. Right? Yeah, awesome. Let's move Knit over here so that she can open fire. 7 points of strength removed is gonna make the horseborn almost unusable. Can we move you close enough so that you can theoretically attack this boy? And that's an achievement. You can get this when you kill 3 enemies with a female horseborn. Okay, we need to move Rook the hell away from this position, because he is getting his ass whooped. Of course, he's gonna go for Rook, right? No, he did go for the Varl. I am surprised. So I'm thinking I'm gonna move you here and let's try to remove that armor. This can be quite bad for this horseborn. It looks like this might be the leader, so I might be forced to eventually somehow take her out. I'm gonna need to move you closer and utilize, unfortunately, a lot of your willpower. With the poor morale, that is really bad, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Let's move Nit closer so she can deal some more damage. Unfortunately, the horseborn has still 8 points of armor, so she was not able to kill it. Okay, let's reduce the armor here. So the Varl is so far resisting thanks to his high armor stat, but I don't like the way our forces are being surrounded. Especially Nid is in some deep trouble here, so I'm gonna have to pull off some miracle. Or else. You know what? Can you kill off this horseborn? Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! That's bad. If that would have been a kill, that would have helped me a lot. So she's moving in. Oh man, can you reduce her armor? I'm afraid that she is poisoned and she might die. Let's go with 7 points. Yeah, he might take out Rook. Okay, he went for the armor. We're gonna move our horseborn ranged attacker closer. I'm really hoping I'm gonna be able to take out this horseborn soon, because that's just annoying. Theoretically, we can deal some damage to that leader. Hopefully that's gonna help out. I'm gonna go over here in order to block off the access to the archers. I'm not really sure how much help that is gonna be. Let's move you a bit closer so you can take out the enemy. Yeah, we are taking some serious punishment here, and without the will points, moving around that much is really difficult. Bird of Prey, unfortunately she cannot launch it, so we're taking some ranged attacks here. Let's move you in here. 5 points of strength removed, which is gonna make her attack super weak. If she's gonna stay there, our Varl can theoretically hurt her really freaking bad. So let's see. Seems like a victory. I'm really glad I decided to go for her. So consequences, Rook is injured. Adif is injured. Not good. But we did get some renown points, so I will theoretically be able to acquire hopefully some provisions. A side cream-colored horseborn with flaxen hair steps out to the ranks of the wounded. Her blue war paint stands out against her otherwise yellow coloration. The remaining horseborn showed deference to her. She says a few things in the foreign tongue of her people, but stops when she sees you do not understand. Forgiveness, she says fluently. I speak to you, you have my weapon. Canary, sorry for fight. Not know if you... She speaks your language with confidence. What do you mean, and who are you? Says Rook. Canary. I lead herd. I am... The next word is long, shrill, and confusing, but certain sounds stand out. Canary? Canary smiles and stomps the ground rhythmically with a hoof. That easy. Canary, yes. And you? Rook. Good greetings. Our stories tell of stranger who come help us. You two legs that walk along four. My kind with you already. She points to the horseborn in your ranks. That doesn't make me the stranger in your stories. And how am I supposed to help you? Save us. We look strong but weak against. She searches for the words but can only point all around. Canary, when sun stops and plain break and God appears, follow two legs that walk along four. This our story. We hold true. You see their things. Rook, the sun has stopped and I've seen the ground breaking, but what God are you talking about? Large snake, not from this plane. The serpent. It certainly could be a god. Canary, you have seen the god too. You know these signs. You lead us. We follow. Canary looks at you with a steady gaze. Instead of a constant movement you experience with Durdew. Warn her that not everyone likes horseborn. You can join, but keep your distance from the others. We can feed your people. Okay, damn. I think the second option, because I'm not really sure how she would take the first one. So let's go with that. Join but not join. It will take time for the others to accept you. We will have guards watching you to make sure we can trust you. Understand, hurt is strong now, hurt will last. Thank, says Canary. She bows again, motions to her people, and all the horseborn join your ranks at the respectful distance. And with horrible supplies, maybe this is gonna be something? Or... yeah, we really need some freaking supplies, because this is bad, with especially the poor morale.
Are always visible when you look at Loiga's godstone. How can that be true?
So it looks like we managed to find some weird godstone, and I'm not really sure what are these stones around it. Maybe it's to cover up her chest area. I don't know. It's somehow conveniently working out for that purpose. Is that sand or what is it? I'm confused. The moon her spirit, the stars her eyes. Elo says, plucking a few things of his instrument. Loga, the god of beauty and of things that happen in the night. The skull smiles. The gods may be dead, but my wife still prays to Loga. I'm thankful for her piety, something weird. The skull is not the only one smiling. A quick look around reveals grains throughout the caravan. I see why Arberrang has grown so quickly over the years, you say, and the skull laughs. A truth spoken in front of Loga's stone is supposed to ripple through the night, either strengthening a lover's resolve or carrying away undesired affection. Elo skips away to find his wife. Lucky bastard. Okay, so let's see what happens In the shadow of Luga's Godzone, a thief taps you on the shoulder. Rook, incredible, isn't it? The Godzone, or us making it to Arberrang, says a thief. Huh, both, I guess. A thief, job well done, Rook. You deserve a reward. Seeing everyone here is reward enough. It's not over until we're inside Arberrang's walls. Did you have a reward in mind? Ah! You dog, you. Let's go with the second option with the Arberrang's walls. The size. It's okay to relax a bit, Rook. When you were Skorg's Huntsmaster, you still made time for yourself and your family. Rook, yes, but they're gone. Leading these people has helped fill up my days. I figured as much as I understand, but you have options for filling up your days. I've been fond of you since I was a little girl. It's probably why all this couldn't stand me. But we're here now, after everything, under Luga's Godstone. We shouldn't have to be lonely. You're right, I'm not sure what to say. This isn't good time, odd. This can have multiple resolutions, but I'm not really sure what can happen. I certainly don't want to end up in the friend zone, so maybe let's go with I'm not sure what to say. Adif looks down, clearly disappointed. You're so confident in your decisions on how to keep everyone safe. I was hoping you would be as confident in how you felt about me one way or another. Wait, Adif, I want you. Let her go. Okay, Skirt, let's go. Wait, Adif, I want you. She looks at you, hope and fear fitting across her eyes. You've never seen her so vulnerable or beautiful. I want you. You repeat the words again and again as you kiss her, and she leads the way to her tent. Damn! Okay. Well, someone got lucky. Hopefully the luck will continue. Damn! Good for you. Okay, so it looks like we are finally reaching the Arberrang. Again, no supplies.
Finally, we made it. But why are so many camped outside the walls? They must have seen the darkness approaching.
Wind ripples across the tents, which multiply the closer you get to Arberrang. During litters and paths, and it is clearly not all from yawks. Rattling coughs mixed with raucous laughter. Small fights break out for no apparent reason. Curious eyes grow wide as they spot the Varl and Horseboard. Mothers grab their children, man their weapons. Governor Ruka and Dogger step away from the caravan without warning. He seems familiar with a few of the men who have gathered around, and it's soon sharing drink stories and disgusted looks at the Horseboard. The various clan banners snap and whip in the wind. You recognize the heraldry of Cautious from Elio's Tales and Strand's banner from previous talks with Ubin. There are even a few Cragsman banners by their muddy appearance. You also notice the division between each clan. There is no mixing or unity. I'll push ahead, Prince Luden says. My father will want to see me, and I'll be able to find out what exactly is going on here. Ursa and a few fighters escort him through the crowds towards the walls. All the Adakan people are here. You hear a woman from your caravan shout, I have to check on him. Others are finding familiar clans and kin as well, slowly drifting from your banner. We stay together until we're behind Arberrang's wall. Bring them here. Bring Adaka and the others to us. See nothing, letting them choose. If you leave us, you're banished. Let's go with the first option. The strange clansmen stop and look around to see what others are doing and how those saved took flight. Elo sights, leaving the pack like filthy scavengers instead of wolves. The fear of being remembered this way in song is enough to move them back in line. Okay, that got us actually some renown too. Nice. And once again, out of supplies. Where the crowd is the most dense in volume and numbers, the caravan comes to a stop. Ahead, you notice a sharp line where the tents and people stop. The ground beyond is spinned with arrows and not much else. A few hundred yards of empty space between these people and the Arberrang. Sorry for that. A few hundred yards of empty space between these people and Arberrang's walls. It's not that I'm tired or bored with the game, it's just that it's late and I've been up for like 13 hours already. So yeah, fun stuff. What is this, you ask, confused by all you are taking in. That's the peaceful bit, an older fighter says near you. He looks the type who has seen enough things to lack enthusiasm for much of anything. The king's men can't kill us from the walls and we can't kill them from here. But what's caused the fighting, you ask? The man smiles, his face unaccustomed to the action. Come on, Sunder Slayer, he says. It's the same damn thing that causes every fight. They've got something we want. King's got food and protective walls. We're starving with our asses facing that rolling darkness. His word deal you a heavy blow. So Arberrang's at war? The man laughed at the wicked laugh. That's putting it lightly, he says. From what I can tell, this is the rest of our kind. You brought the last of the Varl and even dragged in some worthless horseborn. This fight's for survival. Winner lives, losers gone forever. His laugh turns into hysteria and you leave unsettled. And that's actually 2 achievements at the same time. Goddamn. So forced march can be obtained if you reach Arberrang before day 100, if I recall correctly, and the other one I'm not really sure what that is for. And the yokes are tended and tents aligned as best as possible. Some are repairing their armor, others look anxious to talk to various clans. The Varl's king's eyes scan the fields as he approaches. I want to know what's going on here as much as you, he says, but we better find a way to defend our gear and supplies. These other clans could form a mob if they discover we have food. Seeing the hungry eyes all around you, you agree. We've got an issue, Adif says. I don't know why, but the other clans didn't like the Horseborn or the Varl for that matter. They're starting trouble and I'm going to stop it. You decide what to do. Join Hakon in establishing defenses, investigate the standoff between the king and clansman, go with Adif to stop the troublemaker. It really doesn't matter what we do here, all are super important. It would be probably better to first establish some defenses. You post a few guards before assembling a team to help you find wood for stake walls. The work is hard even with the help of a Hakon and few other Varl. When the wood is cut and hauled back, Hakon turns to you. We do the heavy lifting, you tell us where to build it. You instruct a few others to oversee your plans for rough defensive structures. The mood has changed since you started working. Another clan attacked us and we lost some people, a fighter says. This said, we're wrong for bringing the Varl and Horseborn along. You feel their accusing stares but say nothing. As soon as you find a stump on which to sit, you look up and see Ruga approaching. The former governor is backed by dagger and nearly 50 fighters as he walks towards your camp. Everyone watches out curiously, more than concerned. I've discovered that these battle lines are all about Ruga says. The king shut his people out. These clans are here to see that he feeds and protects his people as he's supposed to, and they've chosen me to lead that cause. He laughs at your incredulous look. I'm just as surprised, but I need to talk to you in private. You nod and the two of you enter a large empty tent. The tent flaps close, leaving you and Urga alone, both armed. This is insane, isn't it? Can you believe what's happening here? Rook, I'm not clear on what is happening here. Urga, I wasn't making that stuff up outside about the king. He really has shut all of us out. I started a few months ago when he started stockpiling food and slowing trade. Once the wealthy families were all pulled inside the walls, he shut the gates. The only thing he said in that he can feed everyone. Oh, and his archers fire on anyone who gets close. You watch Ruga closely while deciding what to say. To what end? So you plan to break down his walls? Wait, how did you come to lead the clans? Let's go with that. Borsgard was the largest human town next to the capital. You don't become governor of a place like that without certain skills and powerful friends. Rook, and what are those certain skills? The governor just smiles. So to what end? So you plan to break down his walls? That's the last thing I want to do. We need those walls to stop the dredge and whatever else is coming behind them. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the defensive position of this town is horrible. Horrible. There's only one set of walls and the town is on the edge of the cliff. So there's literally nowhere to go and literally no way to get in supplies because the cliff is too high for you to somehow get supplies from like ships or something. So, but if we have to destroy them, we will. Maybe the menders inside can repair any damage. There might be ways past these first few walls, but the black wall, the governor just shakes his head. Okay, so to what end? That's what the upcoming battle aims to find out. You want to go to war to ask the king a question? No, I want to go to war to make the king answer a few questions. Like, why did he leave his people outside the walls to starve? So this war was unavoidable? Probably. I officially meet with the king in few hours to either come to an agreement or pull our banners from his. I won't be surprised if you're invited too. The mighty Sunder Slayer and army. If so, make your decision carefully. His tone is not exactly threatening, not exactly. You move to the tent flaps and both of you open them simultaneously so that no fight breaks out. So we have quite a lot of people to talk, but I think since we finally reached Arberrang, I'm gonna cut off the episode here. So if you did like it, you know what to do. If you did not like it, maybe give me some tips on how to improve. I publish content on a weekly basis. I was finally able to upgrade my system, so I will be able to cover a larger variety of titles, early in-game reviews, tips and tricks, discussions, etc. I publish content on a weekly basis. A link to the channel is in the description of the video, so go check it out if you want to know what the channel is currently up to, because I have honestly no idea when I will be publishing this episode. So yeah, hopefully you did like it, and I'm gonna wish you a pleasant rest of the day. Hopefully you are staying safe, and see you in the comment section or at the next one. Thank you everyone, and bye bye.